All right, so I'm bringing you another update, and this time around it's about the Galaxy Tab A7 1 month later. Let's dive into it. So I've already done an unboxing and also a full review video on this. I've actually done a versus video on this tablet here. I'm going to put the links in the description for you to follow that for more details. Obviously, this is going to be a very short update video. All right, so let's go ahead and talk battery. Battery, of course, as you would imagine, is still fantastic right now. Again, there's no surprise there, simply because this is a fairly new tablet and I have been using it for only about 5 weeks and I'm still getting excellent battery life. Like I just mentioned, it's pretty much finishing the day with some life left, and that would be with doing light to moderate usage. But of course, as always, you want to keep in mind that this is going to be subjective. It's going to be based off of your type of usage. You may see more, you may see less than what I see here. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk performance. Now, as far as performance goes, oh, by the way, before I forget, please do me a huge favor and take just 1 second to hit both the like and the subscribe button there if you haven't done so already. That's a tremendous boost to the channel, and that really is one of the main things that keep this channel, you know, moving forward, and I truly appreciate that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk performance. As far as performance goes, as I mentioned in the full review, this tablet does handle light to medium multitasking pretty well. It will crash every now and then if you go a little bit past moderate usage. It does have some pretty decent specs for something in this category, and those specs actually do translate in real life usage. For example, you get a 3 gigs of RAM coupled with that Snapdragon 662 gives the overall performance some type of edge, and so far it's been working pretty nicely. I've been able to continuously load pages relatively fast, navigate the internet, do more than a couple of things at the same time without necessarily any issues or any major issues at very decent speed. I can toggle back and forth between multiple screens, but then again, as I mentioned, if I go too far, if I do too much, then it would crash. But other than that, if I just keep it moderate, it's still pretty good. And I do want to highlight the fact that you get 3 gigs of RAM, and out of that 3 gigs of RAM, you have 1.2 to close to 1.3 taken up already by the system. So that will be before you even install your app. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And you'll be pretty much left with about 1.8 gigs. And with that being said, the only few times I've actually experienced some crashing will be when I'm having heavy games in the background, whether it's Call of Duty or Asphalt 9, and then I'm trying to toggle between multiple screens. That will be when I encounter some crashes. And it's simply because this is not a productivity tablet, right? So it all makes sense. Now, the unit that I have here has a 32 gigs of internal storage that is expandable at up to 1 terabyte via a micro SD card, which is a great thing, right? The ability to expand that storage. But here's the bad news. You don't have the ability to move your apps from your tablet to your micro SD card. So again, I want to say that again, you cannot move your apps to your micro SD card, which is really bad. But you can move everything else to that micro SD card, just not your apps. But anyways, other than that, it's been great watching movies and streaming different types of media and playing games. I've been able to enjoy games like Asphalt 9, like I just mentioned, Call of Duty, on high graphics. And it's pretty enjoyable, especially with the quad speaker setup here. Normally I would just use my headphones for movies or games, but if you choose to just keep the sound from the actual speakers, you will still like that sound. It comes out pretty loud. The sound is not distorted at all. Overall, it offers a pretty good user experience. I also really like that design. I know I've covered that in the past video, but it's a really nice design. You get that uniform bezel around the front display there, and the display itself is actually pretty wide. You're looking at a 10.4 inch display with a resolution of 1200 by 2000. That screen is fairly bright, but I've noticed that when in direct sunlight, it's not that great. You might need to squint a little in order to see, but if you have like overcast or anytime you don't have any direct sunlight, the screen is easily accessible. Now, it does not support the S Pen, but it will be compatible with a capacitive pen. Now, I personally haven't bought one, but I know that it would work. But the problem is it's just gonna work as if you were using your finger, right? So it's not gonna be like the S Pen that's full of, you know, these different features. Face unlock has been working okay, I guess, but I find myself unlocking the tablet a lot more with the pen, as opposed to keep trying to get the face unlock feature to recognize my face. So let's just say It doesn't work as well as Face ID from Apple, for example, but that's not new. The 5 megapixel front camera has been pretty nice for Zoom calls. Again, I've only used it like a few times for Zoom and it was pretty nice. The picture quality wasn't bad at all. And then you have an 8 megapixel camera on the back there that also takes some pretty decent pictures. Now, in summary, not much has really changed. I really just wanted to give you kind of an update as far as some of the stuff that I mentioned there, whether it's the crashes or the fact that I'm still not able to move the apps to the SD card, you know, the battery life and all that good stuff. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick update on those things. And with the holidays coming up, I also knew that with a lot of people in the market for a budget tablet, this would be a great way to kind of let them know what they would be expecting from this tablet after using it for about a month. And I'm sure it is likely to get discounted heavily on Black Friday. So do keep your eyes out for some of the deals that are going to be popping up if you're interested in this tablet. Now, I hope this was short and informative. Of course, please don't forget to like, comment. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I always do. Subscribe. And I'm also going to catch you in the next video. And up until then, stay safe out there.